Okay, ladies, it is our Sunday check-in. Hope you're all doing well. I know you're all doing well. I can see the back office. I got to tell you guys, I am blown away. You guys are killing it. It is amazing how everybody's doing it in a very different way. But my God, it is freaking amazing for me to sit and watch all this growth going on and happening so fast and furious. And I'm really, really grateful for your efforts. This stuff pays off. So my goal is to show you guys what I could have done differently, with the hopes that I help you to get to the higher levels faster, by teaching you the experiences that I've learned. I think I've addressed this before. I have always been a very prolific enroller. This is the first month in our team where you guys have all blown my numbers away. And I love it. It means that we are doing this together as a group. One of the things that you can't do in this business is succeed by muscling your way to the top, right? So in many ways, I've gotten to the rank of silver from muscling and going out and enrolling on average 15 to 25 people a month, right? But if those people aren't building and aren't engaged in the business, it's an awful lot of work. This week, when the Moylans did some magic and enrolled 9 people, and then their aunt did number 10, all within a 24-hour period, I actually felt really anxious and overwhelmed because I wasn't doing the work. I'm a worker bee. And so teaching and coaching and being patient and sitting back is not easy for me to do. I love to be out there with you guys and doing these things. So anyhow, I just want to start with a huge kudos to all of you, and let you know how freaking amazed and how much fun I'm having watching all this from my end. So congrats to all of you. Let me see, couple things. I want go back to basics. So I want to see how you guys are doing, and I need some feedback from you in the group if you can. Go back to the very first assignment of reading the 4-year career and checking out those resources if you haven't already done so. They really are important. I would love to know and hear from you guys what your thoughts are on that. For 2 years, I have been very passive about encouraging people to build the business. Now, as I'm talking about it, I'm enrolling builders weekly, right? So it was 1 out of every 20 before. Now, almost everybody I'm enrolling is talking to me about the business, and I'm talking to them about it. The goal is not for you guys to get to the top by yourself, but it's to find 4 people who have amazing contacts that you can be harnessing. So your nutritionist, your gym owner, other teachers, nurses, massage therapists, your hairdresser. We have a whole 90-page guide for the hairdresser on how to roll out Young Living in their salon. And that's something I'm happy to share with you. Let me know if you'd like me to send it over to you. And what I did was I printed it out and I had it spiral bound at Kinko's and gave that to my hairdresser. So we have resources, so don't be afraid to ask. But be strategic. So yes, it's important that you enroll friends and family and coworkers and folks that you know. But I like to do the weekly contact list on Sunday night, go through and think about who it is I'm thinking about. Is there somebody in my life with a lot of contacts that I want to reach out to? Being able to reach out to other people and having them successfully do this really springboards you. And you want the right people. You want people like us. You want people who really care about making a difference in people's lives, and helping them with their health and wellness. It's not the expectation right now that you know everything, right? And we're never all going to know everything. The beauty is, though, that you do have me as a resource to use. And that's the importance of us having a central location in the Lakeview Perfectly Imperfect. The folks that are in that group and are engaged are our most prolific spenders. Because they're in there learning, they're on Essential Rewards, they're using YL Go, they're ordering every monthly, and they're ordering huge. I probably have I'm going to say about 15 people who order in the ballpark between $300 to $500 a month. And that's for people who are truly living the lifestyle and doing really well with changing out toxins, doing the ditch and switch in their life. So if you haven't added your new contacts, the new people you've enrolled to the group, please and put them in there. The other thing too is you don't need to have your own page, but I don't want to ever give you the message that my way is the only way. Please feel free to add folks to our page. You can use Wicked Oily as a resource. You can use Divine Wellness. Those are all different pages. Juliet, my upline, has Wholehearted Wellness. So those are all different Facebook groups, and you want to find the one that resonates the most with you. It's not going to necessarily be me. It might be somebody else, and that's okay. So that's that. The voucher situation. So here we are, we've got 4 full days left in the month, which is plenty of time to still do some serious damage. Why is enrolling people in October so important? So what happens in this company in November is nothing short of crazy. Last year on Black Friday weekend, so Black Friday, Cyber Saturday, Cyber Sunday, something Monday, whatever it is, Small Business Saturday, they rolled out specials every single day. So we heard about them Thursday night. They went live Friday. They released more announcements later in the day for Black Friday. Then they had Cyber Saturday or whatever Saturday is. Then again on Sunday. Then again on Monday. So it was exhausting. It was a weekend where I doubled my OGV in 3 days. And my hands were cramped up. It was that much facilitating, sending out project broadcasts, helping people, placing orders, all that. So getting folks in, even if it's with just the basic starter kit, that at least makes them eligible for all of these specials that are going on in November. So if you think you have folks that you can get on, and for the $35 minus the $20 voucher, $15 for a bottle of Stress Away and full access to both a business opportunity as well as the oils at 24% off, that should be a no-brainer sale for folks. And you're still going to have the opportunity for them to be able to enroll a spouse, a family member, whatever, with a premium starter kit, right? So I just look at it as I'm getting them in there in the pool for November because it's really that important. If you think you've got folks that you can engage in that way between now and month's end, because the vouchers will go away on the 31st, let me know and drop a message in the chat, ideally, how many more vouchers you would like. I think what's going to happen is as we get closer to the 31st of the month and people haven't used them, so a lot of people are holding on to them, hoping that they can sell a kit in the last few days. And then what's going to happen is because there really is a culture of integrity within our organization, when people see that they're not going to let it go to waste. So I'm guessing vouchers will become free in the last couple days of the month. So start planning and intending for that and putting that out there. And I will do my best to keep getting the vouchers to you guys. I feel like the system that we've used this month has worked well, and we've been able to share the vouchers a lot. There's 2 on our team that I expect will get freed up any day now. They're people that wanted to use them and try and enroll family members for the holidays, and I'm trying to respect and give them that time. But that may mean on the 30th a voucher becomes available. So, in your head, kind of cue people up for that. If you have any vouchers yourself that you haven't used, please let me know because I want to share them around. I believe all the vouchers we've put out there have been used up. But ask me about that if you have any questions. Hold on one sec. We're going to go weekly contacts. Oh, I have a form that I use weekly to do my contact list and help jog my brain for potential contacts. So if you need that, please also comment in the group here and I will send you that. So let me talk a little bit about what we've got going on for November so that you'll know. For those of you that are new, what happens is at the first of the month at 2 a.m., because that's midnight Utah time, the new promos come out. And the promos are for those who are on Essential Rewards when they spend 100, 190, 240, 300, and sometimes there's a 400 one. I would imagine with the Christmas rush thinking there will definitely be a 400 PV this month because it will be there to incentivize people. And my guess is that just from looking at last year, whatever that 400 mark is, freebie will be a good one. So they set it up for us to be successful. So you're going to look for those in the first of the month. There will also be a sway in the first 24 hours of the month. You will see the sway. If you don't know what a sway is, it is a link almost like a PowerPoint, but it's cleaner. And it will tell about all the classes that we're hosting this month, the promos for this month, the oil of the month, different things like that. So look for that coming out when it comes out, you know, on the 1st or the 2nd of November. And you'll always find that stuff under announcements on the page. What can you do to prep for Black Friday? So one of the things that I'm learning in my coaching with Richard Bliss Brooks is to not chase the sales, not to chase the money. It's really enticing to know that November has the potential to put a big paycheck in your pocket. But the reality of it is sticking to the business, which is recruiting builders, is what will really make your November successful, because it's going to make your December and your January and your February successful. So I've purchased a series that you're going to see on the page, one post a day. And what it is they are DIYs that folks can do. And it's around the whole mentality of what true wealth is. So I've been little by little like eking little bits of information into the page about wealth and happiness and balance. And there's this amazing book that I'm reading about getting over your fears of money and anxiety, and talks about sort of a lot of the issues that wealthy people deal with and the prevalency of substance abuse with folks with old money because they are never asked and challenged to lead a fulfilling life. Their job is to retain and hold on to money, as opposed to understanding that money flows. And when we work and we have purpose and meaning in what we do, we attract more and more money. It's a beautiful book. It's pretty amazing. And I'll post the name of that too. If you have issues with money and asking for the business and closing the sale and feeling sleazy because you're earning revenue off of wellness, talk to me about this, because I found this book to be incredibly life-changing, really profound stuff. So the purpose of the posts in November are going to be about giving back, giving gifts of wellness, giving gifts of time. So doing trips and having experiences with people. It's going to be around DIY. So taking the time to make high quality gifts for people that are really thoughtful and pairing them with a really great book or a particular mug or some aspect of wellness. So you'll see a Young Living product, but they're not going to be the primary focus. It's really going to be that product and then the experience that the person gives around it. When there's DIY, it will talk about what the price per unit is for them to be able to make it for more people. And what we hope to do with this is get people out of that Christmas mentality of buy, more, and we all go crazy and we overspend, and then we have lots of debt in January and we all crash and burn and feel lousy. It's more about being thoughtful in your gift giving and keeping the holidays to what they're supposed to be about, driving the stress down. So once a day, you will see that. I haven't figured out which time, but my goal is going to be, it'll come out every day at the same time. And it will have book recommendations and different things with it. And the purpose of that is a couplefold. One, because that's real life. Two, is because life is not about happiness and the acquisition of more and more and more. It's about when we give, we get so much more. There is a woman's home, a sobriety shelter that has been founded in Worcester, and it is to help women who are newly recovered that were involved in prostitution and have had no skill sets, that I am talking with their executive director about adopting and being able to go in there and do self-worth lectures with the ladies, do DIYs with them, help them make some nice things for themselves. And for me, that will be a volunteer donation of my time as well as the resources. I don't see it as an opportunity for growing the business. I see it as an opportunity and a time for me to give back. And I kind of want that theme to play through in November. I want to see people being charitable. I want to see people engaging. I want to see if we can get folks to start thinking beyond themselves and reaching out and helping another. Some people just naturally and intuitively get that. Some people don't. So that's what I'm hoping to inspire with these posts. And yes, will we post the sales and all that? Yeah, that's life. This is a business page. We're generating revenue. But I also want people to start thinking about how they allocate their dollars and to allocate them more wisely. So that's what you can expect. Anything else? Are there topics you guys want to see me go live on? Are there things that you don't understand as newbies? Because if you don't, then our customers don't. So I want to know that. Do you understand Project Broadcast and the classes, and that you can be using that by simply, you go out, you have lunch with your friend Mary, and Mary says, I just don't know enough about the oils. And you say to her, here, let me have you text menu to this number, and then let's pick out a course for you. So that's a resource for you to be using. And you help them, they take their phone, they put in the number for Project Broadcast, 617-420-3899, and then you have them text the word menu, and then you can sit there with them and go, okay, I think this class, based on what you're asking me, and it might be about CBD, thieves, Ningxia, the makeup, they're all in there, and they're pretty robust. There's a great, great, great class on Savvy in there for folks that are interested in the makeup. There's things on gut health, adrenal. I'm working on putting a good one together for the supplement. It's really hard because there's so much info and so many of them. So I think I'm going to classify it by a class for athletes, a class for keto, a class for diabetics. And again, your feedback and input on that would be very, very helpful. And what other questions do you have? I'm here to help and be a resource. One of the things we can think about is, do we want to try and get together on Black Friday? Would that lessen the burden? Would that be fun? If yes, I'm open to hosting it or finding a central place where we can all meet up together. Oh, and I know one more thing. So I have committed us to a 3-part series volleyball tournament, 1 in Boston, 2 are in Rhode Island. They have a minimum of 50,000 and as many as 100,000 people coming through the doors, athletes and their parents. It's usually 3 days straight. It's a 12-hour day event, but it is an unbelievable opportunity to get in front of our particular niche that we want. And if you haven't been watching Kara Kozier's videos on how she is killing it at vendor events, so simple and so effective. So if that's something that you haven't seen or don't know how to get to that, again, post it in here and I will be happy to put the information out there for you. Floor is open. What questions do you have? And again, I thank you for your efforts and hope you're all doing well. Talk to you soon.